Adam, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Go ahead. It's your turn to present.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm Adam Stern with Anderson Larkin. I was the auditor that kind of oversaw the audit engagement for the Charles City Community School District for this past fiscal year. I just wanted to confirm with everyone if they've had a chance to look at the audit report or if they have it in front of them. Okay. So I'll point out the first few pages 2 through 4. This is the Independence Auditor's Report. This is what we were hired to do. We were hired to issue an opinion on the financial statements. The second paragraph on page 2 states, in our opinion, the financial statements referred to above present fairly in all material respects. The respective financial position of the governmental activities, the business type activities, each major fund, and the aggregate remaining fund information of Charles City Community School District as of June 30th, 2025, and the respective changes in financial position, and where applicable, its cash flows thereof for the year that ended in accordance with U.S. generally accepted accounting principles. To sum that up, that means we issued an unmodified opinion on the financial statements, which is the best opinion that we can issue. Now I'll go to page 7. Page 8. All right, sorry. Page 9, actually. My apologies. So this chart here is the statement of net position. So this just shows all the assets, the liabilities, and the net position for the school district. Overall, from year to year, assets increased by about 2.9 million, which was largely due to an increase in cash. This is comparable with the increase in net position for the year, and also a slight increase in capital assets as well. Liabilities decreased about $3.7 million, largely due to the pay down of long-term debt, and net position of the district increased by about 5.9 million, which will be explained on the next page. So this chart here is the statement of activities. This shows all the revenue and expenses for the district for the year. Revenues from year to year held steady, increasing just slightly by about $35,000 for the year. Expenses decreased by about 3.8 million due to a decrease in instruction and support service expenses. So this represents a $5.9 million increase in net position. So the next few pages 14 through 25, those are just additional financial statements that these flow through to the financials that I just presented. So I won't really go over those in detail. Page 26 through 43, these are notes to the financial statements. Typically don't really go over those, but encourage you to review those as they have important information related to the audit. Page 44 through 45, this is a budgetary comparison of actual revenues and expenses compared to what was budgeted for the year. Big thing that we look at here is to make sure actual expenditures are under budgeted expenditures in each of the 4 expenditure categories functions, and we were pleased to report that they were all under budget for the year. Next is page 64. This is the schedule of expenditures of federal awards. So this is where we would report. This is where you report any expenditures that were received from federal grants for the year. So total federal expenditures for the year were $1,311,748. And then page 69 through 71, this is the schedule of findings and question costs. This is where we'd report any findings for the audit that we would find that we would need to present, any issues or anything, and pleased to report that there were no findings this year. I believe that is all I have. Does anybody have any comments or questions?
The question was, when did you get all the material?
What was that? I'm sorry.
The question was, when did you get all the material?
For the audit field work?
Can you hear us now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Perfect, thanks. So when did you get all the material?
So like you mean all the information to complete the audit?
Yep.
We got that roughly between I'd say between October and November.
And how long did it take you to do it?
I mean, it varies if we have any questions, and then we have to write the report and everything, and then we have to have an internal review process here, and then we have to do another internal final review by another engagement partner here. So usually sometimes that can take a few weeks for us.
Okay, great. I just wanted to make sure. Thank you so much.
Yep, you bet. Any other questions?
I think we're good. Thank you, Adam.
Thanks, Adam.
All right, thank you guys. Have a good night.
You too. We can now move on.
Good job, Danielle and Brian on the audit on our end. That was very,
Very good.
keeping it together. All right, go ahead, Bruce.
Now move on to the superintendent report.
A lot of great things happening. So we had great work by our girls wrestling team with Emma Schmidt placing fourth and Sophia Gab Pito placing fifth in the Iowa Women's Wrestling State Tournament. I had a chance to go down for the first day. A lot of great fun, great competition. Congratulations to the 8 Charles City FFA members earning their Iowa FFA degree. That's the highest honor Iowa FFA Association can bestow on an FFA member. We've got Bryn Rothler, Caitlin Hillis, Morgan McMurchie, Jocelyn Borman, Audrey Michael, Ava Molitor, Caitlin Parson, and Bryce Walker. Also, congratulations to the Charles City Middle School Lego Robotics team Legion of Leaders. They finished 8th, a tie for 8th out of 61 teams, I believe. So that was a great outing. And the coaches and the parents, thanks for all you do to support that team. Congratulations to the high school speech team for scoring an overall ranking in mime and musical theater. They had ones, and we should find out later today whether Karina Ibarra, Katie Soifer, and Melanie Castaneda, whether they'll be all state. Later today, we should learn that, hopefully. In the facilities meeting earlier this week, we discussed FEH and MODIS together and the process on high school improvements. Yeah, it appears that the HVAC work will take up most of that $4 million in cost. The 23rd, we'll have a work session. The board members can ask questions. We can get much deeper into that. There were several things we really wanted to fix with the $4 million, bathrooms, temperature HVAC. And so those two things are definitely things that we had brought up, and we want to make sure that we're looking at all the possible scenarios, because there is talk of changing some of the rules statewide, so we may not be able to access SAVE funds in the same way in the future. So I look forward to that conversation on the 23rd. If you have other questions, do let me know. And then also a reminder, March 4th, NIAC is hosting a board member appreciation dinner. The social begins at 5. At 5, and then 5:45 is the dinner. And they're also discounting tickets to the Music Man for board members if you'd like to go. I believe they bring in a group, so it's not our local NIAC students, although they'd be wonderful. I do believe they bring in the traveling group for the show. And then I left off Finance Committee. We discussed the fact that the district will most likely be able to lower taxes for the second year in a row. And we anticipate it's going to be close to another 50 cents. We should be able to lock that in pretty soon. So looking forward to communicating that with our stakeholders and the community. Good news about being financially responsible. So,
Thank you. Yep. We can now move on to our new business and action items. So we'll start with setting a calendar hearing for March 16th for the 2026-27, 27-28 school calendar. We're doing this because we had a little bit of a screw up with getting it published in the paper. So we're going to set a new date and hearing date.
I'll make a motion. We set a calendar hearing date for March 16th for the 26-27 and the 27-28 school calendars.
Second.
Been properly moved and seconded. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, we can proceed to vote. All those in favor state aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. That motion will carry. We can move on to the online library system atrium.
So our district librarian recommends that we move towards this atrium system. We have been using the Destiny system, which for many years was the standard. It was a good system. This is actually slightly cheaper and comes recommended by many districts around us. So I mean, I like cheaper, and our librarian recommends it. That's about where she had me. I was like, yes, that seems like a good plan. So.
You know what?
It's a book cataloging thing.
Yeah, so then kids can see what's checked out online,
Okay.
even before they get to the library, or families could go, oh, I like this book, I can see what they have. So it's a nice robust system. It's nice and colorful. You see the covers of the jackets.
Okay, and I'll make a motion that we approve the library system atrium as presented.
I'll second.
Been properly moved and seconded. Is there any further discussion? I just want to add that little pat on the back to our librarian. She is well respected. She's got a lot of acclaim from some local schools. She's being kind of shared with Rockford and some others as bonus to use her accreditation and stuff like that. So if there's no other discussion, we can proceed to vote on that as well. All those in favor state aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. That motion will carry as well. We can now move on to approval of the fiscal year 25 audit.
Make a motion that we approve the audit as presented.
Second.
Been properly moved and seconded. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor state aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion will carry. We'll now move on to approve the budget adjustment guarantee for the 26-27.
You have to read the whole thing, or does the whole thing have to be read?
Yeah, the recommendation.
Yeah. Then I'll make a motion that we approve that the Charles resolve that the board of directors of the Charles City Community School District will levy property taxes for fiscal year 26-27 for the regular budget adjustment as allowed under section 257.14 Code of Iowa.
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor state aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. That motion will carry. We can now move on to closed session to discuss real estate for Iowa Code, section 21-5.
Motion to go into closed
We'll
session.
need a motion.
Pardon?
We'll need a motion to go into closed session.
I'll make a motion to go into closed session to discuss the real estate for Iowa Code.
I'll second.
Been properly moved and seconded. All those in favor state aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. We are now moving to closed
Is this
session.
gonna be a long discussion?
No, it's just discussion too. We won't come out with any action.
Why are you guys doing
No.
two calendars at a time?
Oh, we started that last year just to give people a more advanced notice. So. Hopefully, eventually we'll be able to not make a change.
Yeah.
The next year for both of them.
Hey, Joe, wait.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, guys. Do we?
You gotta stop your recording.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Brian, I did email Heather about going to that NAC thing.
Oh, yeah.
I never
Thank you.
talked to her, so I don't know what the plan is there.
Okay. So she said she had your name down.
Okay.
Okay. Would you like to go to the municipal?
Maybe,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Still sees us there though, that's okay.
As long as.
I hit pause on it.
We're not live streaming, right?
Let me turn off the live stream. It's not working well anyway.